Okay, Xavier's here. Quiet, please. Okay. Okay, we're going to start with Coach Sean Miller. Players will be with us momentarily. Coach, if you'd like to make an opening statement.
Yeah, my opening statement is very clear. We're thrilled to still be alive. I thought that DePaul played a great game. Could have easily lost that game 3, 5, 10 times over. But I think the resiliency of our group, the experience of these guys, sticking with it, and finishing a game that, quite frankly, wasn't going well for us throughout. It's a difficult task. Usually, I don't want to say usually, but many times you have to get through that entire game, fix it, and then try to be better the next time. A number of these guys in the game kept fighting, and I thought Kobe was really the difference on offense down the stretch. We really went to him, and he delivered.
And we've been joined by Jack Nungy and Adam Kunkel and Colby Jones. Questions, raise your hand, please, and we're going to go to Adam first.
Sean, at what point in the game did you decide to just start running the Colby offense there?
Yeah, we did. We just kind of went straight set play, and we called his name and number quite a bit. Not just because of his scoring, but number one, he can get fouled. Number two, he's a very good decision maker. He can pass the ball. And, I thought that the shots he was getting and we were getting going to him really set us apart. And in my mind, that was the difference in the game down the stretch.
Second round.
Coach, in the closing moments of the game, what conversation did you have with your team when you were trailing?
I tried to encourage him a lot of ways. Maybe in some ways I was discouraging throughout the game. Just keeping them in the fight, trying to get the next 4-minute segment and try to get towards the end of the game where we had a chance to win. Very, very seldom do you look at a stat sheet and the team that you played shot 61% from the game, 50% from three, 6 for 7 from the free throw line, and we win. Now, that may say a lot about our offense, but when we needed key stops, we got them down the stretch, but we had to overcome our defense tonight in a big way to win.
Down in front.
For any and all of the players, I know you guys won the NIT in this building last year, but was there any part of you that wanted to exercise some Big East tournament demons given the heartbreak over the last couple of years?
Jack, why don't you start?
Yeah, I think, coming into this tournament, we're not coming here to just play one game. We're trying to win it all, and I think that, it's a fight no matter who we're going to play. It's March, so records are out the window, and we just got to be ready from the jump no matter who we're playing against.
Adam, do you want to add to that?
I would just say, like Jack said, it's survive and advance. We're all coming ready. We know it's March. We know the regular season's over with, and this is a new year, so we're just trying to get some wins.
Second round.
Thank you. My question's for Coach and anyone else that wants to jump in, but you guys were down 9 at the half, which was the largest deficit you guys came back from this season. But with that, what does that say about this team to be able to fight through that and come away with the victory? And also, what were your guys' emotions with this up and down, back and forth?
Yeah, look, I want to give DePaul credit too. Sometimes when you say it's our defense, it's almost as if the other team's not good. We played DePaul 3 times, and they haven't had a full cast. When they have gotten number 14, Nick, when he started to play with them, he's blocking 5 shots a game. When you started to look at their offense, they're going to him more. He gives them a different dimension. But I will tell you in March so much, my experience is simply players making plays, not giving in, being resilient, staying in the fight, not letting the deficit at half become a part of our mindset in the second half, just continuing to play. And these 3 guys really did a great job. I talked about Colby. Obviously, I thought AK hit some really big key shots and did a great job defensively. down the stretch. And then Jack, I mean, look, he had 23 points and 10 rebounds, 4 assists, no turnovers. So these three guys were a big reason that we were able to stay in the game and win. And a big stat for us is our turnovers. We played the entire second half with 1 turnover. We had 8 for the game. Not easy in March to play with 8 turnovers. And Kobe had half of them.
Right here in the,
At halftime. At halftime.
right here in the
Look,
front.
if he needs humbled, we'll give him a little bit of that right there. He had 4 of the 8 at halftime. So, but he put it together in the second half.
Right down in front.
Yeah, this question is for Jack. As the game was progressing and you guys were rallying that comeback towards the end, what did you think was the key to success to getting this win?
I think, just stay in the course. It's a 40-minute game, so, not 1 minute, not one more or one segment is going to, determine the outcome. You had to play until the very end, and I thought, we had a really resilient group that just, stayed with it, stuck together, and we were able to come out on top.
In the middle, Dan.
Yes, for Coach Miller. You piggyback on what you said about turnovers. That was probably the key to the game because I'm looking at what DePaul did from the field, 61%,
Yeah.
50 from 3, and 85 from the line. Can you explain how they shot so well and you came away with a win?
No, I mean, I haven't seen a stat sheet. I mean, I told these guys at halftime, they were 20 for 29 at the half, 7 for 10 from 3, and 2 for 2 from the free throw line. If we, this afternoon in our shoot-around, shot that percentage 5 on 0, just running through our plays, I would say we're executing well. They did it 5 on 5. So, I give them credit. Some of it is we have to look at what hurt us. We can do better. For whatever reason, we didn't come out swinging. We were tentative for a lot of the first half. And when the ball keeps going in, it can sometimes strip you of your confidence. That's why I think this win is so important for us. We're able to overcome that and stay in the fight, stay in the moment, make plays down the stretch, and really leave with a hard-fought victory. I mean, in this tournament, I've been a player in this tournament 1 billion years ago. No one really looks back and says how you won. It's either you won or lost. And right now, for us, we have to be the best team we can be tomorrow night. But yet, we're there. We're one of 4 teams. And I've told these guys, one of the magical parts of playing in the Big East Conference is to be on this Friday night semifinal. There's nothing like it. It's something they're going to carry with them forever. I'm an example of that. And we have to be prepared and, be more ready from the get-go than we were tonight. Our defense was not good, and certainly DePaul had a lot to do with that.
Last question, Adam.
Colby, did Coach say anything to you there in the second half? Like, were you aware that you were going to start getting those opportunities that you got?
No, I mean he jumped me at halftime, and I feel like that kind of got me going. But no, I mean that's just the relationship that we have. I trust him, he trusts me. So I mean he called my number in the second half, and I just try to deliver for my team.
Xavier, thank you. Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks, Jack. A couple of almost what-ifs for DePaul. It would have been the first time a 10 seed would have won, advanced to the semifinals in tournament history. And they would have been the lowest seed to reach the semifinals since 2004 when Villanova was 11th, and they made it to the semis.
It would be the first time in semifinals.
It would be. I knew you'd be on top of that, Dan. right. You're right. It's going to be Emoja Gibson. And Javon Johnson. Javen Johnson, sorry.
That's good. It's a good question. All about the Rambling. I actually know one of their coaches. I went to school. He's actually the son of Tiny Boy. Born 169-61. I mean, the way they are, I'd say so. They're in the semis now, which is huge.
DePaul is here. Coach Tony Stubblefield. And we have Javen Johnson and just Javen. Okay. Coach, if you want to make an opening statement.
Let me say, I'm proud of these guys and their fight and being a resilient bunch. These guys went through a lot of adversity throughout the course of this year, and they could have gave into it a lot, dealing with all the injuries that we had and things that happened to our team, and it wasn't what we envisioned it to be over the course of the summer and even in the fall. But these guys really stuck with it. They kept a positive attitude. They came to work hard every day. Obviously went through a long losing slump during the course of the year, but these guys never gave into it. These seniors never gave into it, and I'm just really appreciative of them for that, the fight they gave tonight. I thought these guys were deserving of winning the basketball game, and obviously we got beat by a very good Xavier basketball team. Just won a lot of games throughout the course of the year, so I take my hat off to Sean, who are know and respect a lot, just for them getting the job done, and wish them the best of luck. And he's got a very good basketball team, but I'm just really proud of our guys for the fight that they put up tonight, and just want them guys to know that we didn't have the year that we envisioned having, but we got things in place with our administration and all of our people to be able to get the job done at DePaul. So
We'll go Dan.
Coach Stubblefield, I just wanted to share you some numbers here. You shot the team as 61%, 50 from 3, 85 from the line. You had more points in the paint. You only lost the rebound about 1. So that's a really good recipe for a win. So are you disheartening and you find a silver lining that you did play well, but you did lose?
very much so. I'm not into moral losses, and again, I thought we played well enough to win the game. I think the biggest discrepancy, we won in a lot of those areas, but we didn't get to the line enough. They shoot 27 free throws and we shoot 7. There's a difference in 20 free throws there. So just didn't get to the line enough, and that's one area where we got beat.
Right here in front, Stacey.
What was it that the other team was able to do so successfully that was able to shut you down on the offense? What was it about the defense that made them so successful?
I don't necessarily know if they shut us down. We shot 61% from the game. I think that's as high as we shot all year. But, they're a good basketball team. They're going to get some stops. They have very good basketball players. They're a very well-coached team. I think the last couple of possessions of the game when they switched to the zone, they were able to get a couple of stops, and we had a couple, turnovers that hurt us.
Second row.
Thank you. My question for Coach, you mentioned the free throw disparity. I'm just wondering, following up on that, what do you think was because of that, with that?
I can't pinpoint it without, looking at the film, but it's just, I guess we fouled. That's the best way I can put it without going back and looking at the film. I'm not here to say that the officiating was bad by any means. I'm not, we have the best officials in the country. The Big East has great officials, so I'm not here to say that by any means. We just, it was too much fouling.
Second row.
Coach, despite the outcome, what things you could have fixed in the remaining 5 minutes of the game?
We just, we weren't able to get the stops. I think when we needed them, we gave up some second chance baskets or second chance where they got to the line. There was a couple of loose balls I wish we could have got to that I think really helped us. And then, again, we had a couple, turnovers late in that game that I think hurt us a little bit.
Second row.
Coach, and if Javon, if you want to join in too, just your emotions the last 2 days after a big win yesterday and, coming up just short tonight. Just what are your emotions that you're feeling right now?
We were pretty high yesterday after the win, but we wanted to just stay level-headed and come out and play hard tonight, and feel like we did, but just came up short.
Going right here.
For either one of you, obviously with how you shot the ball in the first half, 69% from the floor, 70% from 3, in the locker room was the expectation, it's hard to sustain that kind of shooting rate, so was the expectation that sure, you might not shoot that well, but just keep scoring points enough to, have the separation needed to beat a really good team like Xavier?
We really focus on getting stops more so than anything, because we were up, we were playing good offensively, so we were just trying to buckle down and get stops.
We're doing two more, second row, and then we'll go back to Dan.
Coach, just to let you know, because I don't see it on the stats, at the 7:49 mark, Gibson picked up his 4th foul. You had to take him out of the game. You were up by 8 points at that stage, and you guys are doing well. You reinserted him about 2.5 minutes later, and he hit another one, wound up with another 5 points. I think he had 17 at that stage, and you guys were flowing, and then things.
We did a little bit of offense, defense there, obviously knowing that he had the 4 fouls. And again, changed the game a little bit when he did pick up the 4 fouls.
Last question, Dan.
Coach, with last night's win and a very close game that you build on, could you just give me your assessment going into next year and who's come back and how you plan to reshape this roster going forward?
By no means am I happy with the year that we had. We had some unfortunate circumstances. It's not what I envisioned. I do think we finished stronger, but I think it helped that we had our entire team. Obviously I was happy with the outcome that we had last night. I thought these guys put a great fight up for 40 minutes tonight against a very, very good basketball team. And we've got to build upon this and take this to the next level. That's the reality of this. Again, with Wayne Peavy, my athletic director, our president, and the commitment they are making, everything is in place for us to be able to do that, and that's my job to make it happen. So, that's where I'm at with this. Really disappointed that we didn't get the job done tonight, and just got to put more work in and work harder to get to that next level. But everything is in place for us to do that, so it's now on me to make it happen.
DePaul, thank you. Thank you.